Okay, so here in this video I'm going to talk about um, some of the SVN stuff. Okay, so I explained how we can set up email notifications so that when someone makes a change in the repository, we can see. So look at this. For example, I have several repositories that we set up. Some for our clients, some for ourselves. So let's look at SVN revision made on. Yeah, okay. So let's just look at some. Okay, so this is one of the client. Um, so okay, I don't. Some emails look better. That email didn't look very well. Okay, look at this one. So it can say, okay, revision number made by V88 Johns. This is when it was made. This is the message. And these are some of the paths that are added. Let's look at some more. You can see which files were changed, what was done, the revision number, and you can look at the difference. See these lines, the green ones are added. So you can see all these files that are added. The red ones are deleted. So this makes it really easy for you to do code reviews. Okay, so you look at it. Okay, it's really nice. This way you can get to see who's working on what feature was done, and it keeps track of each change, right? Okay, so let's look at a little bit more. Okay, this one quite doesn't, okay, look is nice, but okay, see, we added this line, we added a training in the route file, right? That's the file name, okay, and so forth. Okay, now let me show you command prompts. Okay, so let's say you want to check out. Okay, so I'm using my Mac. Okay, htdocs. Okay, so I created a folder called Village88, and what I did is I checked out the codes in the repository. And if you're using Tortoise, you right click and you do SVN checkout, and you check out codes in the SVN repository. If you're using Mac, you do SVN CO, and then you do the path, for example village88.com, whatever, and ask you to put in your username and password, and you put in the folder. That's the thing you check out, and it creates the folder. Okay, and then it checks out all of these codes for you right there. Okay, so it copies all of it. Let's say I want to update all these codes instead of copying all the files that have been changed. Okay, I can do, for example, SVN info, and it shows that this is version 1166. Okay, but let's say, do you know what? I haven't updated this for a while. You can just run SVN update, and this will go check the repository and see all the files that have been changed. And look at this, it drops some of the files that are no longer used. It's updating some of the files. It does all of this automatically for you. Hey, now it's up to version 1166, 1167. Okay. Alright, and then I can go to my local host and I can play around with this, and then when I make some change, okay, so let's make some change. So I actually made some changes on home.php. Okay, but let's see how this works. Okay, so let's say yeah, let's go to this one. I'm using SVI, so let me go to the village88.com application. Going to the view file, and in the training page, okay, let's do a little practice. Okay, so I'm just gonna add hi guys. Okay, so let's say that's the change. I saved it. Okay, now if I do SVN status, it shows that I changed training underscore village88.com, right? I did change it. And hold on, I did change views home.php. Why did I change that? Okay. I don't know why I changed it. So do you know what? I'm going to revert that file. So that, oh, okay, that's actually in the LMS. Okay, I don't want to touch anything in the LMS. I just want to go to 2011 village88.com folder. Now if I do SVN status, see that I changed that file. Okay, so let's say that was a really important change. I needed to say hi guys. So let's commit this. Okay, so I do SVN commit. If you're doing Tortoise, you just right click and you commit it. And the main message that I want to put for this is just demonstrating. Okay, so I commit the code. It sent it to the repository. That's called 1168. I check my email, right? And hey, got an email saying M. Choi committed this change with this message, and this is what has been added. I added this line. Wow, really cool, right? Okay, now let's say I want to update this to the production server. Okay, so I'm going to log in. Going to log into port 31000, village88.com. Log in. Now cd var w. This is where we're hosting the different files. Okay, village88.com. Okay, so now let's do SVN info. Okay, this one is version 1167, right? Okay, so what if I want to update this code with the latest change? I just do, let me do it as a sudo, as a super user. I do sudo SVN update. Notice how it changed, just updated the codes for me. So if I go to village88.com/training, it should say hi guys. Right there, hi guys. Okay, do you know what? I messed up. I really didn't want people to see that. What do? I need to change it back to the code. You know, the code that was yesterday, 1167. How do I do that? It's really easy. SVN, sudo SVN update, updated to revision 1167. Done. Reload it. It's gone. Right? Really cool. I don't need to do copy and pasting. Okay, so let's go back to this one. You know what? Like I don't want to make this change. Let's delete it. So I saved it. Okay. Now I did Control S, so I saved it. Now let's do SVN status. Now you can do this all using SVN turtles as well. It's easier. You can just right click and you can see all the changes. It says, hey, it was changed. This file was changed, right? So let me commit this so that this change gets updated in the server. So I say removing the extra line of code that was not necessary. So I commit the code. It updated it. The repository is 1169. And if I got another email, 1169 M Choi. That's what he did. And that line, the red line, got removed. Really cool, right? Okay, so but the production server hasn't been updated yet. Okay, how do I update it? Sudo SVN update. So imagine that I didn't just change one file, I changed hundreds of files. Instead of copying and pasting and manually changing some of the things, you should never manually change the codes in the production server. All you do, SVN update. What if you're using Git? Git update. It's really easy. Yeah, I don't have Git installed on the server, so it's not going to work. But Git works exactly the same. Just like you've seen me type SVN status, you do Git status, Git info, Git commit. It's just identical. It saves it, in the cloud. You don't. Setting up SVN, you have to do it in the cloud. It's a good exercise when you set up your own cloud server. You will see how to create an SVN repository. It's really easy, but yeah, it's beautiful, right? So let's say, for example, staging. So if I go to, notice I have another folder. Yeah, I have a bunch of folders, right? And all I need to do to update some of the codes, like maybe I have staging.village88.com. I have the server go to staging.village88.com. When someone goes to staging.village88.com, then I can just have the latest server there. This one would be the production server, and I only update it, for example, sudo svn update -r to the revision number that's stable. Okay, so if I want to update, for example, any of this, eps.village88.com, cd eps, what do I have to do? I can do SVN status. Someone actually changed the files directly here, which is not good. Okay, but do SVN info, version 944. Okay, and then if I want to update this, I just do SVN update, and it updates it to the latest code. Okay, alright, so that's the beauty of running SVN or Git. You don't do copy and pasting. Okay, and getting this email notification is priceless. And then you can also do SVN blame to see, all the, for example, I can do SVN log. I can see all the changes that was made by each person, when it was made, and what was done. I can also look at each file and see which lines of code were added by whom. It's really, really powerful. Alright, so that's SVN and Git. Okay, and some other videos will tell you how to install SVN and Git. If you're going through the training in Village 88, talk to one of us and we'll give you access. We'll create an SVN account for you, and you will need to use SVN or Git. Just use SVN to commit your code so that you can keep track of these changes. Okay? Alright, cool. Bye.